talk shooting shots, they just want me to fade. But my game made when I'm getting buckets today. Crossover, pull up, bet you fall for the hezzy. Game 7 prime time is butterflies on your belly, now can you do it? Folding under the pressure, boy, can you do it? If you gon' show 'em who better, don't let the game slip and don't get caught in the lights. Crown me, yeah, Jordan taking off on the
Baby,
flight.
give me all them rings right now, we the champions. We the champions. I do my thing right now and it can't be done. They said it can't be done. Give me all them rings right now, we the champions. We the champions. I do my thing right now and it can't be done. They said it can't be done.
Upon last night, our Philadelphia 76ers faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard, the return of Matisse Thybulle. But last night really showed a lot to me. Last night really displayed a lot to me. Last night really gave me the foresight looking into the future of what potentially this team and these players of this current 76ers team could possibly do this year into the playoffs and how far they potentially can go and reach in the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. I know in the past the Sixers have hurt us, losing in the second round multiple times. We all remember the Kawhi shot, the quadruple bounce, losing to the Hawks. We remember the Ben Simmons non-dunk against Trae Young, and countless others failures in the playoffs and never really reaching the potential that this team should be. But last night against the Portland Trail Blazers, being down 15, 20 points on a great shooting night for Simmons from Dame Lillard at times, and early on Jeremy Grant. But one thing still prevailed. One thing still showed up. One thing still showed that he was and will be the best player on the floor on most nights. And that is Joel Embiid, who I believe when the playoffs come around will be quintessentially the main reason why we are to advance, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and even potentially a berth into the NBA Finals. Last night, Joel Embiid entered the game with 39 points, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. But I know he can score in bunches with the best of them. But Joel Embiid also displays when he's active, when he's locked in, when he's focused, which I totally believe this year he has a whole different mindset going into the season. I know he lost back-to-back MVPs, and he's stated repeatedly that he's not even worried about it this year. But Joel Embiid is on a mission this year. Joel Embiid has displayed why he is and should have been the MVP, and is on both sides of the floor, defensively impacting the game, offensively impacting the game. So last night just led me to just start thinking about games in the past, in the playoffs, as to why we did not, progress or move forward past the second round. And don't get me wrong, Joel Embiid had his hiccups. Joel Embiid definitely played parts in past failures in the playoffs. But one thing stuck out to me that I'm not a big excuse maker on, but it's just fact. And it's something that we have to just start thinking about. And that in almost every playoff appearance that Joel Embiid has been in, he's always been injured. Always been injured. Rather it's the broken eye socket last year, back, knee, whatever you want to, tore knee, whatever you want to call it, he has multiple injuries. So every playoff appearance, for the most part, he's always had some type of ailment that hinder him to be the best player that he should be and will be. And I just sat there and I started thinking, like, if we had a healthy Joel Embiid in the playoffs, and granted, during that time of the year, everyone is dealing with something, but for the most part, not a serious injury. Rather, it's a tore tendon, bicep, broken eye socket, something to that effect where it can massively hinder the player. We've never had that in Joel Embiid. And if we can ever get that, he literally could put this team on his back and get us to the NBA Finals. I wholeheartedly believe that. Ain't no way you could tell me that he cannot. Again, yes, he had to grow up at times, immaturity issues, things of that nature like that. But the talent has always been there. And like I said, it made me think about a healthy Embiid in the playoffs. And then last night showed you being down 15, 20 points to a Blazer team at the time that was rolling, and the way he impacted the game defensively down the stretch. The way he impacted the game getting bucket after bucket after bucket. Listen, I'm telling you right now, especially to Sixers fans out there, if we sit here and continuously say how Joel Embiid is a top 5, top 3, top 2 player in the NBA, MVP candidate, up there with the LeBrons, up there with the Kevin Durants, up there with the Lukas and the Giannis's of the world, we have to start believing that this man could definitely, with his talent, with his ability, to lead this team to a championship. Minus all the hiccups down the road, the talent alone and the skill set that a 7-1 center, and this particular 7-1 center can do on the floor, the post, the three, the mid post, the elbow, foul line extended, jumper, fadeaways, crossovers, spin moves. Oh my God! Like, come on, no one. We haven't seen this complete package of a player on both sides of the floor and a 7-1 center, 7-2 center impact the game the way that he does. And last night was one of those games where in the past, when games start like that, we just sit there and be like, Sixers going to lose this game. Sixers isn't going to make it out of this game. But he showed that what he can do on the floor when he's honed in and focused. And then to cap it off, the one thing we all been waiting to see from Joel Embiid, 8 seconds left on the clock, give the man the ball, move out the way, drive to the bucket, spin move, opposite shoulder, fade away. Bang! 1.1 seconds left on the clock, game over, seal the deal. We're going home with the W. That's how great Joel Embiid is. We can't continuously sit there and say he's a top player in the NBA, top 2, top 3 player in the NBA, only rival against someone like Kevin Durant, who we all know once he gets to any other team, we automatically think that team is going to win or go to the NBA Finals. That's who we got on this team, people. We got to start believing in that guy. Just a healthy Embiid. If he can just stay healthy in the playoffs, no major limitations, I guarantee you it's going to be a show, and the NBA is definitely in trouble if this man is healthy in the playoffs. Yes, I'm telling you. Joel Embiid is that guy. And I know it's March, and I know guys are going to say, oh, wait till the playoffs. Let's see it in the playoffs. I'm with you. I was even one of the guys last year, like, he still impacted the game last year with the broken eye socket when he came back. But, it just didn't work out. He started, whining and things of that nature like that when things started going downhill. But a healthy Embiid in the playoffs, I'm going to say it once again, the NBA need to watch out for Joel Embiid. So again, what do you guys say? How do you guys feel? Because I know how I feel. That if Joel Embiid is healthy in the playoffs, Joel Embiid mental and mindset and focus is right in the playoffs, NBA, look out.